In the 15th century, Philip the Good, Duke of Burgundy, nearly brought the Holy Roman Empire to its knees. He wasn't a king, but his wealth and influence rivaled any monarch in Europe. Philip ruled a patchwork of territories, some French, some imperial, giving him a unique power to play both sides. His ambition to forge a new kingdom stretching from the North Sea to the Alps. Through strategic marriages, purchases, and military might, he expanded his realm into a major European power. Burgundy's lands formed a vital corridor, controlling trade routes between France and Germany. Cities like Bruges, Ghent, and Antwerp made him one of the richest men in Europe. By uniting these economic hubs, Philip could choke off trade and communication between his rivals. He held the keys to the continent's wealth and geography. Everyone in Europe knew it and feared what he might do next. Philip wasn't just a conqueror, he was a nation builder. He created a central treasury and a high court, binding his lands into a single, modern state. His court dazzled Europe, and the Order of the Golden Fleece united his nobles in loyalty to him. This new Burgundian identity transcended old allegiances to France or the Empire. Neighbours watched with alarm as Philip acted like an independent monarch, even allying with England against France. But the real threat was to the Holy Roman Empire. Philip was absorbing its richest provinces in the Low Countries. By controlling the Rhine's mouth and the region's trade, he gained immense leverage over German cities. Burgundy was no longer a peripheral state. It was a force that could dictate terms to both France and the Empire. The heart of Germany felt the tightening grip of Burgundian power. The balance of power in Europe was shifting. Philip's expansion into the empire was bold and calculated. He saw the empire as a collection of weak principalities, ripe for conquest. Exploiting weak imperial authority, he seized Brabant, Holland, Zeeland, and Hainaut, lands technically under the emperor. He forced local rulers to name him heir, sidelined imperial claimants, and integrated these territories into his own administration. German princes watched in alarm as Burgundy devoured imperial lands. This wasn't just a border dispute, it was a direct challenge to the empire's integrity. Philip's ultimate goal, recognition as a sovereign king, free from both France and the empire. He negotiated with the emperor for a royal crown, which would have legitimized his conquests and created a powerful new kingdom. Had he succeeded, the empire's western heartland would have been lost forever. The very concept of the Holy Roman Empire was at stake. Europe teetered on the edge of a new order. Why didn't the emperor stop Philip? The answer: weakness and distraction. Emperors like Sigismund and Frederick III ruled in name, but real power lay with the German princes. The empire was beset by crises: the Hussite wars in Bohemia, Ottoman advances in the Balkans, and endless internal feuds. The emperor lacked the resources and authority to confront a powerhouse like Burgundy. While the emperor fought heretics and Ottomans, Philip expanded westward unopposed. Frederick III, cautious and passive, preferred diplomacy over confrontation. His hope was to reclaim lost lands through marriage, not war. In the meantime, Philip exploited the empire's chaos, building his state unchecked. The empire's fragmentation left its heartland exposed. Burgundy thrived in the vacuum of imperial power. Philip the Good thrived in ambiguity. Vassal to both France and the Empire, but loyal only to Burgundy. He was a wild card, shifting alliances to suit his ambitions. At the Congress of Arras, he abandoned England, reconciled with France, and won near independence for his lands. His unpredictability made him a constant threat. No one could count on his loyalty. He played imperial politics when it suited him, but ignored the emperor's authority when it didn't. This destabilized the empire's western frontier, making Burgundian power absolute in practice. Philip's greatest ambition: to be crowned king. He negotiated with Emperor Frederick III to elevate Burgundy to a kingdom, a plan nearly realized by his son, Charles the Bold. Had it succeeded, a new sovereign state would have split the empire and France. The fact that this was even possible shows how powerful Philip had become. Europe was forced to reckon with a duke who acted like a king. Philip's dream of a Burgundian kingdom died with his son, Charles the Bold, at the Battle of Nancy. The great Burgundian state quickly unraveled, France reclaimed its lands and the rest passed to Charles's daughter, Mary. To protect her inheritance, Mary married Maximilian of Habsburg, bringing Burgundy into the Habsburg dynasty. The emperor's patience paid off, but at a cost. The Low Countries were now Habsburg, and France refused to give up its claims. This set the stage for centuries of conflict between France and the Habsburgs. The struggle for the Burgundian inheritance would shape European politics for generations. Philip's ambition exposed the empire's weaknesses and redrew the map of Europe. He pulled the Low Countries out of Germany's orbit, creating a new political fault line. Though he failed to forge a crown, Philip nearly shattered the empire's heart. His legacy, a Europe forever changed by the ambitions of one powerful duke. The dream of Burgundy echoes in the continent's history to this day.